Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do a battleground tier list for fun. I know a lot of people are going to have their own opinions on what maps should be in certain areas, and I would love to hear what you guys rank every map in the comment section down below, or what's your favorites, what's your dislikes, all that, etc. So this is just for fun, because I know some people are probably going to disagree where I put some certain maps on this tier list, except for maybe like two of them because I know a good majority of what the player base hates on two specific maps. And yeah, so I have four different categories: best maps, are my absolute favorite maps, and I love queuing for them all the time. Not my favorite, but still fun. Basically, they're still fun to play, but they're not my absolute like 100% favorites for which I would queue for 24/7. But I do still like the maps. They're just not my absolute favorites. You know what I mean? Third category is basically the mid category where I just kind of like tolerate playing on it. They're not my favorites. I just kind of like, play it just to play it, I guess. And then the last category is the worst maps category, which I absolutely hate. I dread when they come up. I miss blacklisting, etc. So, those are the four categories. Let's dive into the first one, which is Twin Peaks. And if you've been around my channel / watched my streams for a while now, you guys know won't be a really huge shock. Twin Peaks is my favorite map in the game. Well, one of them. And I'm a huge fan of Capture the Flag mode. I kind of wish they did more of them because I love Capture the Flag modes. I feel like you can easily turn them around. You can kind of carry them a little bit easier. Twin Peaks also has some nice knockback areas. So that's the reason why I like Twin Peaks, is because of pretty much those main reasons. One, it's just easier to, like I said, carry a game in my opinion compared to like the other maps. Battleground Blitz, pretty fun in that mode too, although not much really changes besides the speed in that Twin Peaks, and I think the healing thing goes on faster. But yeah, I like the design of Twin Peaks. I love Capture the Flag modes. Pretty much that's all I need to say about this. Move on to the next one. Battle for Gilneas, which I love to call Battle for Gilneas. If you have been around my channel, I have made zero secrets on how I feel about this map, and this is going in the absolute worst map category by far. I actually hate this map. I wish it would be destroyed. I know it's never going to be, but I still can wish, and this is why I really wish blacklisting would come back. A lot of people have asked me why I hate this map so much. I feel like compared to any other map, you just cannot have fun on this map. No matter what, you're kind of screwed. If your team sucks, unlike the other maps, you can't really do anything because there's nowhere for you to go. They all get defended pretty well. Like, at least for example with like Twin Peaks, if your team sucks, you can kind of like stay in your base, and if somebody comes over to the base, you can kind of kill them without like having to like worry about anything because you just have a little bit more freedom in that map. Battle for Gilneas, you don't. Once your team just sucks, you're just kind of screwed the rest of the game and have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes. So that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why I hate the Battle for Gilneas, is that like you're screwed if your team sucks. If my in my opinion, so um yeah, that's pretty much my main reasons for hating the map. So I feel like it's a little bit too small. I've never really been huge on these capture the base maps, so that's the reason why I'm putting Battle for Gilneas on the worst maps category. Up next is AB. This one, like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of capture the base maps, but this one is better than Gilneas. So I here's the problem. I'm not really sure where I want to put AB because I don't really like the winter. I mean, not winter. I don't really like the normal AB background that much. It's kind of like in the tolerable category. But here's the thing. I love winter AB. For those that don't know what winter AB is, it's a brawl, and it comes out like every few months. And I would rank Winter AB probably in the not my favorite but still fun category. So I'm not sure where to put this. For Winter AB, I would definitely put this in the not my favorite but still the fun category. But for normal AB, I think I'm gonna put that in the not that great but still play them category. So the tolerate them. And that's I think where I'm gonna leave that one. Up next is Ashran. This one's going to be one of the ones for sure where people are just going to be like, questioning my choices. Ashran, do like Ashran, but it's definitely not in the category that I'm going to put the best maps in. Uh, the reason why I like Ashran is because I like all the buffs you can get from it. It's pretty fun. Uh, it's definitely a map you can just go on and kind of do your own thing, pick off some stragglers, which I like to do. You could also defend the sphere. People have been loving to go to that lately, and just completely control that. It's 20% haste, which is fun. There's also some fun buffs like priests flying in the air, and you can. And I used to make a montage of going up in the air as a priest and mind controlling, and then people just killing their own raid member. It was pretty funny. So the reasons why I like that are the reason why I like Ashran is just for fun stuff like that. It's really fun. Can't really do that on any other map, and it's just to get some pretty fun laughs. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I'm putting Ashran in the not my favorite but still fun category. AV, I still like as one of my favorite maps in the game. I feel like AV is still very popular. The only downside to AV is that if you get a group that just rushes it, which I know people can say happens all the time, but I don't really get a whole lot of AVs that do that. I've been getting a lot of turtle AVs lately, which is why I love AV. It's a lot of fun. So that's the reason why I'm putting it in the best maps category. It's one of the few epics that I think is fun besides Ashran. So I'm putting it in the best maps category simply due to for that reason. All right. This is kind of hard to put. This is Deepal Ravine, and I've done it 3 times on the beta now, so it's kind of hard for me to decide where to put this yet. I might even change my mind about this on the future, but as of right now, it was pretty fun. Um, Minus the whole like getting stomped pretty bad thing for the most part on the beta, but that can happen in every battleground, so it can't really judge it that way. Um, as of right now, I don't think it's gonna go in the best maps category, but I'm gonna put this right now in the not my favorite but still fun. I actually think this is still fun. Hopefully I'll enjoy it more. I don't know. I don't see this going in the worst maps category ever. I don't think it's as bad as Guildmass. So if it does go down, I think it would just go down to where AB is, where I just tolerate it. But as of right now, maybe it's just because it's fresh, but I'm going to put this in not my favorite but still fun category. And that's where I'm going to put it. Up next is Deepwind. This is another one similar to Ashran, where I feel like it's going to be questioned where I put it, because I feel like there's a mixed opinion on this compared to a lot of the other maps, where people either hate it or love it. I don't love it, but this is going in the same category as Ashran and Deepal, where I actually kind of like it. It's big enough where it's fun. I think it's better than AB. I know that's going to probably make some people mad, but it's my personal opinion, and that's why I said if you want to share some of it in the comment section down below, feel free. But yeah, opinion. I like Deepwind. It's big enough. It's fun in Battleground Blitz where you're just going like all over the place and you can just ninja some bases and all that. And also my favorite thing about this map is it has the cooldown reset thing, which not many maps have. The only other map that has it is Seething Shore, and that one's not up permanently like Deepwind is. And there's 2 of them on this map. And that's the main reason why I like Deepwind is the fact that it's big enough. You don't really get Graveyard Camp that often. It's not impossible, but you really don't get Graveyard Camp that often. And the cooldown resets. And that's the reason why I'm putting it on the not my favorite, but still fun category. Alright, up next is Eye of the Storm. I'm putting this in the same category as AB because the main reason why that is because there's a lot of pros and cons to this map. If you're a caster, you'll have a lot of fun on this map because for obvious reasons, everybody likes to go middle and knock everybody off. But if you're melee, it's basically the most unfun map ever. You could go towers, but they'll probably just keep on resing there and stop you from taking the tower on normal Eye of the Storm. If you're doing Battleground Blitz, people are so incredibly confused by this battleground, it can go hit or miss, and it's about the same as pros and cons. You either get a team that knows what they're doing, and you'll get 2 bases, while the other team has no idea what they're doing, and you win the battleground in like 3 minutes, if probably even sooner than that. So Eye of the Storm is kind of just like one giant mess. I do like the Battleground Blitz version more than the normal version. I think that one's more fun. It's just that people are just way too confused, and I don't think that's ever really going to change until Rated comes out and you get higher MMR where people actually know what they're doing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Eye of the Storm. I don't really like it that much, but not enough to put in the worst map category. So I kind of just tolerate it. It's not a melee friendly map, so I'm putting that in the not that great, but still play them category. Silver Shard Mines. I'm not really sure where to put this. I think it's still kind of fun. It's better than I think it's better than Eye of the Storm at AB. I kind of feel like I just tolerate this map too, but I don't really hate it that much compared to like some of the other ones. Well, to be fair, the only one I really hate is Gilneas, but yeah, I think I'll put this in the not my favorite but still fun category. It's kind of fun sometimes. I feel like Silver Shard Mines is also one you can kind of turn around if you play like a stealth class like Feral, Boomkin, Hunter, Rogue, etc. Because you can steal cards last second. I've done that several times and single-handedly turned a battleground around because of that. So you can turn this around. I think it's fun because of that reasons, and why I'm probably going to put this in that category. Seething Shore, worst map category. Everybody hates Seething Shore. There's probably maybe a few people out there that like Seething Shore, but Seething Shore is pretty much explanatory. Everybody dreads this one coming up. I don't. I do say I do like some parts about Seething Shore, and that part is you can't get camped. Also, you can kind of do your own thing because the map's big enough. The downside to Seething Shore is that everybody usually goes to one Azurite, so it's kind of hard to get some fights because everybody's all spread out over the place, and then you kind of get rolled by whatever team is like more grouped up at the time. But obviously, how the map works is if you get more Azurite points, so sometimes that's not the best plan. But regardless, then you don't have much fun, and just, yeah, it's not a good map. Not to mention, well, this hasn't happened to me in quite a while. I don't know if they fixed it yet. But there is a bug where it looks like you're being killed by somebody, but you can't see them, and it looks like they're on the ship, for example. But in reality, they're next to you. I don't know if they fixed that, but there was that annoying bug in this battleground, so yeah. Up next is Temple. I'm not sure again where to put this. I'm gonna put this in the tolerable category. It is a fun, decent map, but obviously nobody likes grabbing orbs because you basically put a huge target on your back and get one shot all the time. I'm somebody who's like that. I don't like the whole orbs thing. If this was like a death match, it'd probably be a little bit higher, but it's not, and that's probably the reason why I can't put that in this in a higher category. Also, some certain specs on this map are not that great. For example, Pharaoh's not that great on this map. Rogues, which I don't care about rogues, but I'll still put that anyways. Also, some certain specs are really OP on this map, like for example, Rets, Marksman Hunters, Destro Locks, etc. So it's kind of like similar to Eye of the Storm, where like certain specs and class have an easier time than others. So I just kind of put that in the tolerable category pretty much for those reasons. It's not a bad map. In fact, I'd probably like this more than Eye of the Storm and AB. So that's the reason why I'm putting this in the tolerable category. Up next is Warsong. Not really too surprised. Same reason as Twin Peaks. Huge fan of Capture the Flag maps, and why I'm putting it in the first category. Um, and yeah, it's just easy to turn Warsong around compared to the other maps, in my opinion. It's easier to carry those kind of maps. Warsong is just one of my favorite maps because I like capture the flag maps, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I don't. There's really no cons to me in Warsong, in my opinion. So that's why I'm putting it in the best maps category. Isle of Conquest is not that great. I'm putting this in the tolerable category. It's not. It's not my least favorite map, which is why I'm not putting in the worst maps category. But the reason why this is in the tolerable category is because it's not a good map. Whoever gets Hanger generally wins, and pretty much everybody else just kind of AFKs the rest of the game. That's every single Isle of Conquest game I have usually. So it's not a good epic battleground. I rarely see comebacks from it, and the reason why I'm putting that in the tolerable category. Final one is Wintergrass. 100% goes in the worst maps category. Not really too shocked. This is one of the two maps that I think everybody hates at this point. Seething Shore and Wintergrass, just absolutely everybody pretty much hates at this point, I think, in my opinion. And pretty self-explanatory why, but just to pretty much go over it. Whoever generally loses the first team fight usually loses. I know people are gonna say they've had comebacks, and I have had comebacks from it, but it is extremely rare. What usually happens is everybody loses the first team fight, then they AFK out, and it just goes steamrolled down from there. And then whoever loses on offense generally has to waste the next 30, 40 minutes just getting destroyed, and it's not very fun. It's defense is always 100 times easier. I rarely lose whenever I get defense. I sometimes win on offense, but I definitely lose on offense way more than defense, and that's just generally how my Wintergrass games go. It's so annoying, and every single time I queue for an epic, my in progress games are almost always Wintergrass because for obvious reasons people always leave that. Anyways, that's the tier list for battlegrounds. Let me know what you disagree or agree with. I know everybody has their own opinion, and some people are probably going to disagree with some of my choices. But like I said, it's an opinion. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.